So here's the stuff I painted yesterday. Master cylinder. Paint your damn master cylinder, would you? Like, would you? Rusty shit. God damn it. Pissing me off. Dirty pricks. So anyways, done some other stuff here too. Oh, there's some of that. I don't know if you know how to pack bearings. You just put some grease in the palm of your hand there and make it go. That's what you do. That's what I done. And then we knocked all this shit apart. Pretty sweet that Pontiac ran the original brake line sandwiched in between the motor mount, so I had to pull the tops of the shells off. And don't think that those bolts are any too easy to get at. Just don't be thinking that, because they're not. Here is, oh yeah. So there's a bracket. Just goes into those bolts go into that steering arm, and then that mounts a caliper. You can see how that looks funny. That's on account of they give you a big Allen bolt, and they tell you to torque that big Allen bolt to 120 foot-pounds. I would say at about 105 foot-pounds, you start turning the center out of it. So it's got about 105.5 foot-pounds of torque and some Loctite. Whatever, it'll be fine. Bottom ones, yeah, they say 85 pounds, so that's what they get. So yeah, actually it's a pretty good, I mean, all you do now is you just put your rotor on there, and then humana squeezers on there, and I drop that line in place up there. See, it just doesn't look like it's not happy there. So there's going to be some twisting and bending involved. So anyways. So what we're going to do right off the giddy up here, right off in the RFN, as we all say. I'm going to stick myself in the thumb with a sharp knife. That's what I'm talking about. Put the inner bearings into the rotors. Make sure that, anybody know which way that seal's supposed to go in? I think it's going to go that way, yeah? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put some latex on here. I'm going to strap on my latex. Because I don't really like to get lubed up in the company of strangers. So, see, I was wearing a pair of these earlier too, and I took the bearings and went, because that's what you do. And you should make that noise when you're doing it. Your face might be different. Noise should be the same though. Let's get a little crazy with some more grease here, hey? All right. Yeah, boy. It's always good to lube the finger up a little bit, you know, before you go fingering around stuff that You probably want some lube on your finger for, you know? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You smell what I'm stepping in here? You okay? Don't worry about that. A lot of people out there say to really just get crazy with the grease on these things. I mean, I don't know. Like, I've even heard people say that you should pack that void inside of the caliper full of grease, or the rotor, the pie plate, the top hat here, this. God damn it. I don't really get that though, because the grease is just going to stay in there. So I don't know. I don't myself. I ain't never taken nothing apart, that's factory or whatever, built by somebody with a reputation that just had 7 quarts of grease everywhere in there. And I mean, if I have taken something apart that's got too much of that kind of shit in it, it just pisses you off. I mean, I put some on there. I made sure to put some around on that inside, like there's a boss in there that takes the seal. So I made sure to get some grease around that so it's not a dry seal, because, I mean, you don't want to go in dry. Nobody likes that. That ain't going to get you anywhere. And you won't get to go in again either. So, grease that up, grease this up, a little bit extra grease. Make sure it gets all over the spindles, etc., etc. Now it's a matter of the washer. I don't know if this kit came with the washers. Hopefully they did. And then the castle nut and the old the cotter pin. And then the thing and the stuff. See what I'm saying? That's right. No, you don't. So the conflictions that come with these tell you to put your net on here after this flat washer. I'm going to take your castle net, spin her in there, and spin her in there, would you? Come on now, spin her in there. Threads are almost the same. But anyways, on the conflictions that come with it, they tell you to spin her up and torque the old nizat here to 12 foot-pounds. What the hell is 12 foot-pounds? How tight is that? I don't know. Like, is that as tight as the snap lid on a squeeze tube of mustard? So that, I mean, that's pretty free. So what I do, and the idea is to seat the bearings, I guess, to make sure everybody's squared up in there, I guess. I don't know. Everybody's cone shaped. But what I do is I tighten her up until there's, and with new stuff, you can just torque on it. But I tighten her up until there's some good drag on that. And then I crack her loose again. And then I do that again. And like, that's more than, like, you can put some torque on that baby. So, I mean, you can get it to spin, but there's a lot of drag on it, right? So I'll do that, and then I'll back her off. Then we're right in between. They call it a flat on the nut. So then I'll go back to that hole. And then so I'll wind up backing the nut off, probably the flats on it, you know what I'm saying? 1.5. And I mean, that's That's turning free. Because I mean, the bearings themselves, there is a little bit of play in the cage and the rollers, right? But if you go back to the next one, well, it's just, see, and then now there is play. So I'm going to go there, where I was. There's no play there, and it still spins freely. And there's a hole there, so now you'll put your cotter pin through and put a dust cap on. I'll show you. Oh, what the hell? How many times have you seen that? 1,000? I'll tell you one thing. New dust caps, they can kiss a monkey's ass trying to put a stinking, holy hell. No. Cheap bastard made in China, sons of bitches. Just try getting that in there, would you? It's like it's exactly the same size. You know? Like it just bounces. What are you supposed to do with that? Anybody? Nobody, eh? Stick that up your ass and call it a Twinkie. Really, eh? Do do doot skeet bop biddly doo. Look at that, hey? Would you? Are you looking? Holy jumpins. Wouldn't it be something if the bolts went in? That'd be a pip. Better get a sitter downer on her. A sitter downer on an aider. Before anybody gets too concerned, ooh, you hear that? Brake pads. I will be pulling these bolts out and putting anti-seize on them before before it goes 24 hours at Le Mans, at Lemons. We're just doing the thing to the stuff. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah, that's right. Look at that, it's got disc brakes. It's really not that hard, you know? And like I said before, this kit is from a company called The Right Stuff. And it appears to be the right stuff. So next, once I do the, get the other side some bolts and stuff and make sure the other side's happy as well, put the master cylinder up there so I can hang the proportioning valve and stuff, and then argue and start swearing at at that brake line. Yeah, boy. Doot doot skeet doot biddly bow. I said Seriously?
So this is where you wind up. Pretty simple, hey? You do some things with the stuff. The new lines, they worked out pretty damn good. They're all bent accordingly. I'm not too sure about their design they done there. If that's for design or something. I don't know. It's kind of odd. I don't know if how jiggy I'm getting with, but I guess that's what are you gonna do. If it was my car, I think I wouldn't leave that just for my own personal tastes. I don't really like that very much, but it's not my car, and I mean, you buy the kit and that's what you get. And I'm sure once there's a big block Pontiac sitting there, I know they're all big blocks, but it's just a habit of phrase. Once the motor's sitting in there and everybody's all home and dressed in inner fenders and radiators and, you know, all this stuff. But it's all pretty good. Even the line that goes to the back, it actually snakes out to the rocker and runs to the back of the car. Pretty damn good, really. All that stuff fits pretty good. I haven't put the little lines on there yet, but whatever. We weren't getting along very well. That guy back in there. Yeah, no, we weren't really getting along there, but in the end, I forced her in there, and that's the way it happened. That's the way it's going. And actually, I don't think this has got to come apart again. I thought I might have to pull it. I might have to pull it out a bit to get the rod in there to go to the clevis thingamawhat's on the pedal arm, which is going to be bitchy, and there's going to be a little bit of language on my part. There was a little bit of language on my part with that too. There was some, malcontent? Maybe that was it. I wasn't very happy, let's put it that way. But I won. You dirty son of a bitch. But yeah, it's like I said, it's there it is. Hey, again, if you're looking for one of these for the price and for what you get, it's all stainless steel stuff. I think it's good stuff. I don't know if you can option up for the big brake rotors and stuff in this particular kit or not, but I'm pretty happy with this. It all seems to be the right stuff. See what I did there? It's right stuff brake kit. Yep. And cost-wise, I mean, it's pretty damn cheap. I think Americanized pricing is it's like $800 maybe. I don't even know if it's that much for this kit without the. So like I bought the line kit separately, but for that money you get all of that stuff and you get all of that stuff. So it's not bad, and the brake lines were another couple $100. So I think that's money well spent for a complete. I mean, bearings, seals, you get everything but the grease, hardware, software, everything. So yeah, I think that was a day well spent. So that's it for disc brake install. All that's left now is to bleed the fronts, and I don't get a rear end to put in the car yet. I better phone them today and find out. I got a feeling that they're getting a lube out, and I don't mean gear oil. Yeah, that's it. Disc brake install 101. Piece of cake. See you again.